Greetings, beautiful people. It's your girl, Yo. Come on in here. I just want to talk to y'all real quick. Yeah, I'm just chilling. It's one of those days, right? Did all my running and ripping earlier, and stuff. And I just wanted to come in and tap in with you guys because I had something I was just thinking about. Yeah, I know it's like one of those like promptu live streams or what have you. So let me tell y'all something. First of all, I hope you guys are having a good day. I don't know who's in here, who's not. I can't see. Let me see if I can find the comments. So I don't see the comments. I think it's down here. Let me see if I can. I'm just gonna see if I can pull up the comments, guys. Hang on one second. It says, okay. So let me see. It's hard to see. Okay, I don't want to. Oh, I see. I see somebody right down here. Let me do it. Gotta tap this again. Y'all come on in. Come on in. I'm not gonna hold you long. I just got something I want to talk about. Let me see. I'm just want to make sure I can see the chat. Like, I can't see nothing right now. It's got all kinds of stuff at the bottom. This is new to me, the way I'm doing it. I'm on my iPad, right? And again, I'm just chilling, right? It's real cold and the wind blowing real hard around here and everything. So, okay, so I'm not going to hold you long, but here's the deal. So, listen, like the wind is blowing real hard, like 30 miles an hour here. It's really, really strong and hard, right? And so I got to thinking, I was out there with the pooches and everything. I was out playing around in it too, me and hubby and stuff. And I got settled back into the house, and I'm in my little woman cave right here. I done broke it down, put on my little great big old hubby pajamas with the sleeves and all comfortable and stuff. And something just hit me. It's like, it's a lot of women and children following some of you brothers, some of you men, and we're looking for guidance from you guys to lead us, right? Men are supposed to be the head of the families, right? And they're supposed to be the leaders, right? But when I look around at some of the men, I ask myself, why are some of these women and children following that dude or those guys or those type of men that's supposed to be leading them? And I come to the realization that when I was growing up, it was a lot of role models for the men to look up to or for other men to follow or be examples of. You know what I'm saying? Most men will follow men that has been somewhere or has accomplished things, has been battle tested in things in life with family problems and children problems and all that kind of stuff, and they knew which way they were going when it came to leading their families. And nowadays, I see as a whole lot of children that's misplaced, confused. Adult children, teenagers, babies, like even little baby children you see in like grocery stores and things like that acting out, and it's like, where are those role models, the men, those leaders of those women and children? Who is leading you? That's basically what I want to ask the men. Who are you following? Who's guiding you? You know? Because everybody need a counselor. Everybody needs somebody to tell them, yeah, you're not going the right way, or you should do this way. Maybe try this way, brother, or something. Who are you following? Because if you have a family and you're a man and you're the head of your family, and if your family is scattered about and in disarray, you're not a very good leader. And you, mama, that's taking your children to follow this man, you're not a very good mother. Somebody have to know how to take the lead and be a leader. And you have to have someone that's guiding you. Now, when I say someone, it don't necessarily mean a person, right? Because a lot of men that I know growing up, they had mentors and things like that. But most of them followed their God consciousness. A lot of people, you got people that look at faith. I'm not talking about religion. So don't get me wrong with that. You don't have to be a man of God, like a church guy or a preacher or a priest and go to church on every Sunday or be a Muslim or whatever other kind of nationality or religion you're looking at. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about men, real leaders that take leadership roles and have a family that's structured, that knows what they want out of that for their family. They have to have a God consciousness. They have to know that it is something bigger than them that they can listen to, that they can cry out to, right? Some type of spirit that brought you here that you can cry out to, man, leader, king, brother, head of the household, the head of your family's life, the protector. It's got to be something in you that you need to keep and tap into to call on so that you can be the leader that you need to be for your families. Because I see that there are a lot of brothers leading families into the pits of hell. What do I mean by the pits of hell? I mean a lot of families are living this life in hell. Because hell is not a place like a place you go to, like like the underground, or heaven is not in the skies or nothing like that. Heaven is here on this earth, right here, right now. I'm in heaven right now. Where I am right now is heaven. This is my heaven for today. Why? It's because I have peace right here. I'm here talking to you all. I'm here in my own space, in my solitude here, right? Where I could hear my God consciousness speaking to me, to tell me to speak to you guys, you leaders, you men that's leading families all over the place, all over this world, and everything is all messed up. So, and you probably saying, yo, why are you blaming all the guys? Why are you blaming the men for this? Why should the men be blamed? Well, your role, man, in this life is to lead and guide and protect women and children. And if you look at the state of this world and the state that this world is in, inside of your household, I'm bringing it close to home, not just all over the world, but inside of your household. Look at your household and ask yourself, man, king, brother, leader, trusted, the great I am, because you are the great I am to your wife, your woman, your baby girls, your baby boys, your teenage daughters. You are their God. You really are. And what you do and how you treat them, and how you take care of them, all those things matter. They look to you. They trust you. And if they are not having or getting the things that they need, then you have to ask yourself, who are you listening to? Who's guiding you? Do you have that great spirit in you awakened? That voice in you, can you hear it speak to you? Is it telling you which way to go, how to move, to stand still, to turn left, to turn right? Do you have time and space in your day to put to the side, away from working? I know there's men, most men, they just work so hard. And they be like, well, I know if I get this overtime right here, I'll be able to pay maybe a mortgage ahead or a rent ahead. Christmas just left. A lot of you guys think that if you buy your children some of the things that they want on that little Santa Claus list, that you the king and you the head of your household and you've done that job because you provided for them what they wanted, not only what they need because they got the roof over the head and all that. See, all of these things are just underlying material stuff. But what are you feeding them spiritually? What are you teaching them so that one day when you're gone, that they'll have something to hear? They can hear your voice when you are beyond the grave. They can say, well, my daddy used to say this to me. When they get in time of trouble, what kind of wisdom are you leaving them? What kind of leader are you? And I wanted just to come on here to ponder, just to drop that question off to you guys, And some of you women, you might want to ask your men, hey, baby, who you listening to? How do you solve problems? You know what I mean? Because we can see when our men get weak or when they got a lot of shit on their mind and they don't want to talk. You know what I'm saying? Some of our men they drown themselves with that alcohol and stuff. They want to be in that man cave. They don't want to be bothered. You know, sometimes they're not talking and they shut down. You know, they do all of those things, right? And we wonder, well, wonder what they're thinking. You know, they don't want to talk. They don't want to open up and all of this stuff, right? They don't want to do none of that, right? But it's reasons that they don't do that. It's because some of the men, I believe, are searching. And some of them are just up against the wall and can just throw their hands up and don't know what nothing to do but to sit still because they've tried everything that they could try to take care of their families and stuff like that. You know? But my question is, who's leading you, man? Who's leading you? Who are you leaning on to? Yeah. And see, I know we're so called becoming up against a new year, which is not true. And you know, that's another story. But your Bible tells you the beginning of years to us is Abel. And Abel is April 1st. That's when everything is new. The trees are blossoming and all of this stuff. But that's another story. And see, brother, leader, king, some things you have to stop, stand still and ask yourself questions too. Just simple questions like that. When is the new year? Who came up with New Year's resolution? Where all of that stuff come from? It's a lot of things that you can teach yourself. And once you start asking yourself questions, then that God in you will start giving you those answers. You're going to start getting those downloads. So when you have a question and don't know which way to turn when it comes to your family and what to do, and you feel like your back is against the wall and you've done everything that you could do, consider one thing that you might not have done. And that's to just get quiet with yourself. Ask everybody just to leave you alone. Get in the corner. Get on your knees. Lay flat on the ground. Get in touch with earth, the grass, in the cold. I don't care if it's cold outside. You're a man. You're a king. You can do this. Lay stretched flat out on your belly and cry out to the one that put you here on this earth, or that thing that you think brought you here. Or even if you just don't know why you're here, what you're supposed to do. Why was you blessed with children? Why were you cursed with children, you may think? Why was you blessed with a beautiful wife or a nagging wife? Or what are you supposed to do? Don't ask me. Ask it. Ask yourself. Ask that God in you, that spirit that lives within you. And he will guide you, or it will guide you. Or that big, magnificent thing that brought us here will take you where you need to go. It'll take you where you need to go. It will lead you. And then you don't have to turn around and tell nobody what's leading you. You don't even have to tell nobody that, ooh, I had an epiphany. Ooh, this spoke to me. Ooh, tears just welled up in my body. My body had so many emotions and tears just flowed down to my face and this thing gave me what I needed. Hey, Nikki, cut it out. Cut it out. Come. Come, girl. The wind is blowing so hard they hear all the leaves and trees and everything is blowing and it's upsetting them. And see, when I'm speaking, you see all that stuff carrying on. But just know, when you ask all those questions that you want, answers to your spirit and to your soul and the questions that you have deep inside of you, man, brother, I'm telling you, you don't your wife, your significant other, your children, they'll know that you're listening to something that's bigger than you, and they will follow you with less resistance. Less resistance. You're getting so much resistance from the people that you're trying to lead is because they know you don't know where you're going yourself. They know you are walking contradictory. You're contradicting yourself. You tell them to do one thing one week, the next week the rules change. You know, they don't know why. You give them no explanation. Just do what I say. No, no. You know, you have to be more loving with your spirit and with yourself. You know, don't beat yourself up. At this point, you may say, well, I'm about 40, 50 years old, and this first time I'm hearing some shit like this, and I know what I'm doing. Hey, listen, I'm 60 plus, and I learn something new every day. Little stuff. I make it my business. I make it my business. You can never know too much. You can never learn too much. A child can teach you. A child can teach us. You know, just open up your heart. Open up your heart, brothers, and just know, you're not the only one. As a leader, as a black man or the white man or whatever kind of man you are leaving your house, leading your household, you're not the only one that's lost. You have a lot of brothers like you. You have more brothers like you than you do the ones that know where they're going. And a lot of the ones that you may admire and think that you know that, oh, that brother got it together. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not always the case. We have a lot of people that's good copy and paste people, you know. They mimic what their father did or, what their grandpa did and all that stuff. Being miserable all the time, you know. They follow someone else's path, right? And the way that some of our grandparents and things used to do, how they led the family, wasn't always the right way. So, they was trial and error too. So it's okay to make mistakes, is what I'm saying, basically. I'm basically saying it's okay if you've made mistakes in leading your family into the wrong way. And you're leading them wrong when you, like I said, when you see that they're not doing what you want them to, doing what they should be doing as individuals, right? Being productive individuals in the society, being loving to neighbors and each other and yourselves, right? If they're not doing certain things like that, you know whether you messed up or not. You know. You just know, right? But all kings, leaders, supposed to have some type of guidance. Some type of guidance. And the guidance should be that innate spiritual guidance that comes from your heart, from the inner you, your inner man, the most inner sacred place inside of you, that life giver, that life give that you, because you gentlemen, you men, you are life givers as well. Women are too, but we can't do without you. You see, it takes two. So that life giving force is within you, and they're within your children. And when Father speaks, or the leader of the household speaks, right? All shall bow down to you. They shall bow down to you, especially when they know you know where you're going. The reason why you're having problems is because instinctually, even the child know, Daddy don't know what he doing. Dad don't know what he doing. Okay? So yeah, I just basically want to say, pay attention to who you're following. Pay attention to who your role model is. And most importantly, get quiet with yourself. Listen to that God and God within you. That is the road model that you need. Because that's the road to life, the pathway to life, the pathway to heaven or hell right here on this earth. If you want to live in heaven or hell, it's in your dwelling, it's in your household, it's within you. Okay? That's what I wanted to say. So, yeah, I just wanted to pop on and say that. And to you women, hey, listen. You women that's picking the men, take your time. Take your time. You need to know what you want. You need to know what kind of leader you want for your family when you get to create with this man a child or children, right? You need to also stand by him while he goes through his transition of growth. You know, a lot of times men don't want to change. They like keeping that same pattern, especially if the woman is complacent and she all right with it, the children all right with it. Y'all get so comfortable in doing the same thing over and over again and still sinking in a hole, and you're just comfortable in a state of woe's me. We don't have this, and I wish we had that, and this family ain't got this. And listen, you create your environment, and some people like being in cesspools of confusion, disarray, no peace, no peace. You know, it's easy when everybody just do what they want to do. These mamas, real comfortable with just stopping by the McDonald's after they get off from work and picking up the kids and going through the drive-through, just giving them all kinds of junk, bringing them home and let them eat their fast food and tell them to wash their face and slip on their pajamas and cat ass to bed because you tired, they tired, dad tired. No conversation about how that day was. Don't know if somebody touched the babies in the wrong places. Don't know if the teacher talked bad. Don't know nothing because you so focused on getting up the next day and doing that same old shit over and over again. Something has to change within you. Mama too, daddy too, and you children that's listening, teenage children or whoever peeping in here that's young and living underneath your mom's dad roof, you too, they're not gonna be here always. And don't beat them up too much, too bad, because they're doing the best that they know how with what they have and what they were taught, right? But yeah, basically, everybody have to mature when it's a time to grow up and leave away those childish things. You know, it's the time to grow in the spirit, grow maturely. You know, grow up in the spirit. And you know, you may say, well, yo, how do a person grow in the spirit? First of all, is to know, number one, that your spirit is dormant, it's dead. You haven't been nurturing it. You haven't been giving it water. You haven't been asking it questions. You know, you just been walking through this earth, through this world, dead from the neck up. It's just like a robot, you know. Alarm clock go off, time to get up to go to work, gotta go to work, get home, lunchtime, listen, no, it's time to stand still and hear and feel the salvation of the Lord. What is the Lord? That's that spirit, that God within you. Wake it up. And you know what? I'm going to tell you the easiest thing to do, an easy way to wake it up. Let me give you something real easy to wake it up. Simply get to your corner, your sacred place. Nobody here but me and my dogs at this point right now. And say to it, oh, great spirit, I don't know your name. I don't know who you are. I just know that you are. I'm not going to call you what people's been telling me to call you for centuries and centuries. I don't know your name. I just don't know your name. I just know that I'm here on this earth and I'm having a really hard time. I don't know whether to turn right, left, go straight, backwards, to jump up, to lay down. I don't know what to do. My heart is crying out to you. You put my heart in my chest. You gave me this brain. You know what I think. You know how I feel. Fix me. Communicate with me. Help me to understand who I am, whose I am, what I need to do. Help me. Teach me how to take care of my children. Show me what they need. Let me feel them breast to breast, heart to heart, on the things that they need and they desire from me. Even if the words unspoken, if that words go unspoken, help me to be able to be sensitive enough to pick up on that vibration and know what my son needs. And help me to know that he wants this man. As I'm the father, I'm talking from a father point of view, that I'm his father. Help me to guide him if he's too weak to tell me what he needs as a man, as a growing young man. Show me how to guide him. Show me what to say to him, what words to use. Open your mouth and just pour out your heart. With this woman that I have, this is the father, the man talking. With this woman that I have, she's always angry. Help me to be able to communicate with her in a loving, more loving way. Put us on the same vibrational wavelength, you know? Do what you did to Adam and Eve when you created them, when you created the woman from the man. Do that with me and my wife or my significant other. Bring us closer together. You understand? Help me to provide this roof. Give me the desires of my heart. Give me the wants and the needs and the desires of my heart. You know, if it's good for me. You know, just open your mouth and say what you have to say and just pour out your whole heart. And just be quiet after you say everything that you could think of saying, or everything you could ask of saying. And just be quiet. And just sit still. Just sit there. Let those tears flow. Let your body feel those emotions and let it just flow. And I can promise you, I 100% guarantee, promise you, that you're going to hear a whisper. You're going to hear, and you're going to think it's yourself, but it's going to be you. You're going to hear, and you're going to feel an overwhelming sensation of peace, release, and relief, and comfort coming over your body. I promise you. I promise you that. I promise you that. Yeah, I just wanted to pop on here, y'all. I'm not gonna stay long. I'm gonna get off here. I just wanted to just bring it to you guys' attention for you fellas, for you kings, all of you men out there, all of you men. Y'all, some of y'all have, like I said, have mentors and father mentors and grandparents, and all of them have passed away or maybe still be here that you're listening to, and all of this stuff, and using all of that little words of wisdom, which is good. Not saying that to negate them, but everything don't work for everybody. But I need you as men to stand still and ask yourself, who is guiding me? Who is leading me? With all these people going and when it's said and done, who is my guide? Who is my guide? And turn it on. And you got it. Things gonna get better, I promise. It's gonna get better. Yeah. Don't worry about the next man. Worry about the inner man. Okay? Don't worry about the next man. Worry about the inner man. You get that straight, and all things will flow. Heaping up and running over. I promise you that. Peace be unto you guys, y'all. Peace be unto y'all. I really do wish you all much success with your new leaf in life. Yeah, yeah. Take somebody's hands, and once you learn something, king, brother, once you learn something, and once your eyes are open, tell your next brother about your experience. Tell them about your experience. Don't beat them up, and push them to try to do what you say. No, just tell them about your experience because you're gonna be so excited about it. You will have to tell somebody. Tell them about your experience, right? And so what you're doing is telling them about the goodness of the God that was in you that has wakened your spirit up, right? Yeah, and it's a beautiful feeling. Mm-hmm. Hey, and ladies, although this is for the fellas, it works for the women as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Let me get out of here.